Okay, we're gonna switch over from the voiced who are horrible to the top 10 best gorments that we have seen on Dragula. You know what? I'm tired of going first. Mikeana, you go first.
Oh, I'll go first. Um, so at my number 10, um, I have a look that just like I have actually a couple of looks from this challenge specifically in my top 10, but this one just like really struck me when I saw it. I thought it was really great, and I loved the like the detail of it, the execution of what they were giving. And it is from the Trash Challenge, the Trash Couture Challenge from season 3, and it is Dahlia Black's Rat Queen. I
Mm-mm.
thought the prosthetics were really good. The crown was cool. The plastic bags being used as like ruffles around around the shoulder area, the just like all of the weird detritus everywhere, it all looks decayed in the right way. It's she knows her body. She took it in at the right places, so the trash isn't making her look huge, except for in the right places. And I just thought this was really well done. I there's one look that I like better from this challenge, but I really freaking love this.
Morganta.
So my number 10 is from season 3, episode 7, The Freak Show. We have Ms. Priscilla Chambers coming in with her like freak show baby, nailing nails into her nose, like full, like almost like caveman baby doll. Like, I don't even know like the full detail of this, except for the fact that I'm living. Like, this one has always stood out to me as like a girl, what are you doing? But I'm intrigued
The best part
because
of this one for me is the rhinestone hammer.
yes, like it's giving glam. Like, let me hammer this into my nose with my fucking gay ass hammer. Like,
And she's fully like in the clip, she's like,
It's
I'm just
canon.
like, oh, like
ooh, I
with my
hammered it
like
into my
tuft,
head.
my little tuft of like purple hair sticking in her
The
Yeah.
tuft.
Pepper from American Horror Story moment, like
Yes, yes, Pepper.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh, but yeah, that's my number 10.
Mick?
So, season 1, we give a little leeway. And I actually have two looks from season 1 that made it all the way to top 10. Now, I just want to say this is such an amazing show with such amazing art that cutting it to 10 is just very difficult. I somehow managed to do it. I gave this girl some shit, but now I'm gonna give her her flowers. Season 1, Frankie Doom's sea monster look. Now, I I think there was I think all season I didn't really see Frankie as kind of like that girl until I saw the sea monster look. And they had to film it kind of coming out of the ocean and like surf sea monster and all that. And like honestly, like the the hair and the like the teeth and just like is it kind of like a bodysuit with, some accessories? Yeah, but like it just looks really good. And because it was just season 1, I'm gonna give her her flowers. And that is why she's number 10 on my list.
I also have this one on my top 10. I have this one at number 9, but like I completely agree with what you said. I kind of at some points during the season sold Frankie Doom a little bit short, but like watching this come out of the water was really stunning. I completely agree. I think she made the absolute right choice with the hair. I think the spikes look really cool on the shoulders. The fucking the maw that she has of teeth, it all works together really well. The colors are right, the silhouette is right, and the way it behaves in the water makes it look really cool.
Throw shade at Melissa Beefius, but I feel like in Titans she saw that this look and she said, "Let me recreate this for Titans, but worse."
Oh,
Honestly,
okay, so I don't think it was worse, but I do agree on the similarities of her makeup when it came to that challenge. I'd literally been thinking about that a couple days ago, actually, but yeah, no. Likewise. My top 10 for my top 10. This one, you know what? I really, you know what? I am gonna switch this. I originally had this
Ooh,
at top 10, but I'm gonna switch this for another one. Um, this look is very, very well done, and it comes from season 3. It relates to their heritage and the way they utilize that to end up winning the challenge is by far top tier for me, and that's gonna be Land Insider's vampire look. So clean, so well done, so of the political climate at the time because we had a certain Cheeto in office uh, that was for certain policies in regard to detaining and removing and deporting. So to be able to be not only uh, proud of Landon's heritage, but to also be able to share that message on a national, like, national level when it comes to Dragula, I think it was very necessary, is very needed, and I love the way that they interpreted that through their art to be able to make that statement.
period. This is
I
my number 4.
I tried very hard not to have repeats on my list of people, but Landon is one of those people that I couldn't resist. I have him on here twice. This look isn't in my top 10, but it's number 11 for sure. Like, without a doubt. Landon, like, I don't think there was any question, like, from the jump that Landon was going to win that season.
Mhm.
I loved everyone. Like, I loved the final four really of that season. I thought all of them had a great chance to win, but like Landon Landon just kind of swept it away. And this was one of those looks that was a little bit earlier in the season that really just kind of sold me on him.
Mhm.
I think that this look could have easily been in my top 10, but once again, the girls have been girling in this franchise, and I did leave this look on the cutting room floor, but we will be seeing some Landon. Oh, truck.
Hi. I guess I'll go first for this one. I really like this again, the message and what it stood for, especially during the climate. That and it was so fucking gorgeous. Even um, it was for resurrection, and I happen to like this because it was very much out of the box, and it stood for everything that she believed in, and it was very much uniquely hers, and that was Priscilla's ghost book. I loved the message and standing up for our trans brothers and sisters and standing up for the fact that they are being brutally and unjustly murdered just for being them and to be able to stand up and take that and own that and to be like visibly in the forefront for that while giving a stunning, stunning ghost look like the ghosts of her fellow sisters. Beyond words, that's where art imitates life, and that's one of the best things that I like when it comes to art in general. So Priscilla, props to you, girl. Love you. She needs to come back for Titan. She's on my wish list.
Same.
Um, and Morganta, go ahead with your number 9.
My number 9 is from season 4, episode 1. I have Astrid Aurelia's xenomorph look. I really, really like this challenge for me was like right up my alley. I love horror movies. So getting to see like there's another one on the list for sure. We already know. But this one I wanted to bump it just because I didn't want multiple from the same, but I couldn't do it. Like when this stepped around, I'm like, okay, the girls in season 4 are coming to play. You have like a full like constructed like almost like 3D printed xenomorph skeleton down your back. You have a whole like the performance was everything. Like I just loved it. It hit all of the nails for me. So I had to include it on the list.
That's another one that just barely escaped my list. Like, so barely. It's so good.
Yeah, me too. Like, I love the Alien franchise, and it really got to show the craftsmanship of Estrid. But I just love that look. I think I cheered actually when I saw that look, but ugh, it's very well done.
Anybody
Um,
else got a number 9?
my number 9, I have already mentioned because it was already discussed, and that is Frankie Doom's Sea Monster. Love it. Love it.
See, that's one for me that was this close, but left on the cutting room floor. It was so good out of the 4 that were there. And I know Vander served us a lot of looks. I'll get into her later, but that one was like quintessential Frankie Doom, where it was a little sexy with the body, horrific in the face and the prosthetics, which she's very well known for.
Well, Norn, you sound
Well,
like Mal.
Lord, God.
Trying to steal my accent, bitch.
Um, but no, so damn good.
Mackie Doll.
Switching, huh?
Uh, for me, number
There we go.
9, you know, you mentioned that we're gonna be seeing Vanda later on. No, we're gonna be seeing her now. And Vanda is just that girl. And she, I think from like episode 1 or 2, I'm like, oh, that's winner.
Oh, it
That's
was episode
mother.
1. It was episode 1.
And I've talked about season 1, episode 3, Zombie with Miss uh what's that girl's name? Miss Zochi Mochi, but I will be talking about Vanda Von Odd's zombie look. I am obsessed with this look. It like the skeleton kind of like prosthetics. It just has this polish element to it that I love, and like the way that she was performing with this was just like holy shit. And but season 1, the girls weren't girling a lot, which is
Welcome to the
okay.
stage, Lee Wei.
Leeway.
Leeway, very, very.
She keeps
And
making
I would
appearances.
I would love to put this higher, but like there's just so much growth from future seasons that I am gonna give her flowers for Miss Vander Von Odd.
Oh, Vander will be getting her flowers, don't you worry.
Oh,
Mhm.
same. Absolutely.
Y'all can
Uh,
handle that.
Now number 8 was originally Landon's vampire look, but for me, something else got swapped out. Um, Now I gotta find her because I forgot where I put her. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. So originally this is at number 10 for me, but I felt it was a tad bit too low for me. So I threw her up to number 8. It's coming from season 2, and I think the first couple of episodes for me for season 2 were what set the absolute tone for the rest of the season. They were so on par, so well done. It's from the Ghost Town Challenge, and that's going to be Miss Victoria Black. When I tell you this
Mhm.
is redemption for the Cenobite challenge that we all thought, even Jesus himself thought Victoria Black was winning this first challenge. She very well made up for it in this Ghost Town challenge, and I could see that like fortune teller that was like they burned her and her booth for like heresy, and like I could see the narrative developing, and this bitch is so talented. Like she literally could she MacGyvered a set to go with all of her shit. Like she is very well creative. Um, let's see. Yeah, no, there's nothing else I really have to say about it. It's so fucking good.
I will speak on this because I have it at number 7. Um, it like it was just so good. Her like the image of her in the fortune teller box as it's burning down and stepping out to reveal this absolutely fucking singed fortune teller, like
Mm.
it's so good. It's so good. The details are right. The performance was right. Like it's stunning.
Morganta.
Your number 8.
Oh, my number 8 is we already discussed Mr. Landon Cider a bit, but I'm bringing it back to him. I have also from the Trash Couture Challenge, his Trash Mermaid, like another one where the message, I think, adds so much to the success of the look, and you like um you just it you can see what she's going for immediately, what he's going for, excuse me. And the trash around the neck, the almost the fallen king motif, the black, the weird, the like the cool weird little, like, I don't know what that is under his eyes. I can't tell if it's like, I think it's plastic straws made to look like eye black. Like it's just so stunning. It's so good.
Morganta.
So mine is kind of like, I guess I'll consider it cheating. It wasn't an episode look, but it was listed on the wiki as a look for the season. I chose a premiere look, season 4, a special place in my heart for this look, Coco Kane's premiere look. Coco Kane coming into that premiere carpet with like, it's almost like ombre hair that's like made into a gown, and it's just, ooh, it's everything for me. It's showing off the body right. It's a little like, ooh, like, bitch, you're wearing hair. Like, okay, that's a little creepy, icky, but it's just cunt. Like, CUNT, bitch. And I had to include it on the list. I didn't
The
care that it was a
way
premiere look.
it hugs her body so right.
Mm,
The little like the the buckles in the front that are swapped colors from what half of the dress they're on. The the Titania's just looking right.
hmm.
The ruffle on the glove, the like it's just stunning. If
Gorgeous,
premiere
gorgeous.
looks, if I were going to have included premiere looks, this would have made it.
Kane is just like that girl, and like
Hmm.
I'm just she after Titan, she became one of my favorite queens. Like, she just really did the damn thing, honestly.
Fun fact, she
Benji, can you
was,
allow me to screen share?
of course. Fun fact, Coco Kane was named the first ever exorcister of Dragula, which is like their mix congeniality.
And she deserves it, honestly.
And
She
ate that.
does. She won the reunion episode in season 4.
Period.
All right. So this is the look that Morgan is
Oh,
referring to.
Goodness,
so
Mhm.
good.
I actually was this was on my like what top 30 that I had to find a way to cut to teen. Like it's
Yeah,
everything.
it's everything.
Oh, so
Ooh,
good.
had to include it. Had to.
Mama. Like so good, so good. Um who I have not shared my number 8, and I know that she might be a little controversial. I just
Ooh,
want to say that right now because like I personally love this queen so, so much. And this one look, as soon as I saw their mug, I'm like, this is iconic. Even if the whole look itself isn't like teens, teens, teens across the board, I just am so obsessed. And it's Miss Eva Destruction's Devil Halloween House Party look. Now, without the coat, it's a little basic. I'm gonna admit that. And if it was like a better look, it would have been pushed up a little higher. But the mug, the tiny cunty little horns, the
Oh, you mean these?
oh yeah,
mhm.
those. The pitchfork, I don't know what they're called, but they're like cigarette
Oh, the
holders.
holder, yeah.
The holder, like mama, the details of that. I don't once again, I the entire look itself needs a little work. But the mug, I just am so fascinated by it. And I had to. I'm sorry, guys. This is my guilty pleasure, Eva Destruction.
For fuck's
We're sorry
sake.
too.
Oh. All right. To get into my favorite number, 7. Um, that was my rotted attempt at a Kiwi accent, recorded live for the world to see. We
Steven.
love that.
You're so brave.
Is that what we're gonna call it? So number 7, um, hails from season 3. And one of my favorite like artistic challenges for season 3, it's gonna be Priscilla's haunted hospital or hospital of horrors look with the fact that she was like turned into an experiment, or she was like a mother that had her child and she had the naturally stillborn calf worked into her shoe and into her floor show with like the big door knocker septum, which I
The
fucking
septum.
loved.
Oh my
It
God.
was
I
so
wanted to
good.
put this one on my list so bad, but it fell just short. There were a couple of Priscilla looks that I had on my like my large list that just didn't quite make the cut. And I wish I didn't have to do it because this one specifically, like, oh my God, it was really like it was one of the most horrific out
Mhm.
of out of all of the ones that were given in that specific runway, and it was, oh my God,
She ended up being in the bottom 4, but
for what,
I
for
exactly,
what?
I didn't agree. Dahlia should have been in the bottom. I love Dahlia's look, and it was very reminiscent of Treasure Island with like those mutations and those creatures, and I do appreciate that. But I don't know. I think it would have been really camp to see Dahlia at the bottom, just considering she wore different undergarments and gave the excuse of, oh, I didn't have as much time to get ready as the other girls. Okay, bottom. be electrocuted with your grandmother and send her home.
So what's your sentence for her?
Electric chair.
Like that would have been camp. That would have been the storyline for the ages. Would have been so good.
I'll just get past it quick. My number 7 has already been discussed. It is Victoria Elizabeth Black's Wild West zombie look. So good. So good.
So
Yeah.
good. And speaking of things that are so good, Meg, can you tell us your number 7?
Okay. I had a little controversial take for number 8, and it may or may not continue for number 7, but this one resurrection look speaks to me, and that is Saint's vampire look. Now,
Okay.
first of all, I love vampires. Like, that is
Wait,
my
do you love
shit.
vampires though?
Oh my god.
I didn't know that
The
about you. That's crazy.
She's so into vampires right now.
it's no, literally, love, literally. Like, I am staring at this gif and I just am so obsessed. Like, the blood being like going on an acid trip. She had to lip sync to Kim Petras in the next life. Is that what it's called? Not me being a fake Kim Petras stan, but like, I am obsessed with this look, and I just think the details are detailing. And that's all. And gave me inspiration for these.
Man.
Morganta,
All right.
Morganta, Morganta.
We'll finish out 7. Mine is from season 2, episode 1, Cinnabite Challenge. James Majesty.
Two.
I like, as I've said, season 2 was my first introduction to Dragula, and this episode obviously has stuck in my mind because there is another queen who has yet to make her appearance on the list for me. James's look, the like barbed wire, like briar patch, metallic, the like what is that stupid game you can play where you like put the piece in your mouth and you have to talk through it? But that piece.
Yeah, the
Oh,
mouthpiece,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, the girls love to give a little filth and put that in their mouth. But it was giving for the look. The bald head. Love a bald moment. Yeah, this sticks in my mind for sure. I was a James Majesty stan the first go around. And this has always stuck in my mind, this specific challenge and 2 of the looks from this episode. This just happens to be the lesser one.
Period. Okay. We're gonna switch gears into number 6 and we're gonna get into our top 5. Oh, I'm so excited. Mine
No, you go ahead,
Ooh.
Benji. I think this is maybe my hot take, so I was gonna speak on it first.
Okay.
Ooh.
Go right ahead then. The floor is yours.
My number 6, it's not like a look that I think you guys are gonna be surprised is in the top, but it's maybe one that, like, on season 2, I was not only Victoria Elizabeth Black stan, but I was very much featuring Abora, and I thought her Gothic Bride was so good. Like, it's that whole challenge. I really didn't think there was anybody that did badly, like that did that badly, but like the black and white, when she set the black roses on fire, I thought it was all so cool. It gave the Abora brand, but it was one of those times where she really hit the mark of the challenge. When she does it well. Like, it's so good. The fan, this was it for me. This was it. And that's even up against like Bitch Puddings, which was incredible. James Majesty's, which was all like I think maybe the least fit of what the Blu-rays were looking for, but still fucking stunning. Like, and honestly, I think even for Victoria Elizabeth Black, like this was one of her weaker showings, but it was still stunning. And I have Abora's at number one on this challenge for me. It's at number 6 on my list, but number one for this challenge.
So ironically, I also have this at number 6.
Gag.
Yes,
The way I
but
stole your thunder just to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
but no, this look is so incredible. It's to her strengths of it's still monster and horror like, and it also started the forever. I don't know if it's an infamy when it comes to this, but Abora always falling over in her fucking heels. This is what it gave us. And then it continued over into the shoe challenge in Titans, and then finally the prom part where Drakmorda is the one saying that she fell again, and not in the zombie part, the fucking prom part. But no, I also liked that episode overall with what she brought. She knew she needed to bring it. She won, but she lost, and we had to do the extermination. It was so polarizing, but so good. I do have to say that Bitch was a very close second for me when it came to that challenge. And then Disaster Arena had maybe used 85 of her 90 hit points that she claimed to have. But yeah, not much else to say except listen, Abora, once you get your lip sync together, bring her back for Titans too. I'm sure she'll stir the fucking pot.
Please.
My number 6 is my all-time favorite drag performer of all time. I'm just gonna say that one more time. Of all time, Dali. I I loved Dali in season 2, but in Resurrection, like the final form evolved, like a Pokemon evolution. And I feel like there's one look that, in my personal opinion, sums Dali up very, very well, and it's the killer clown look, where they did the cotton candy with like the gums, but they like the teeth
Candy corn?
and like the drill. It was everything to me. It is creepy, it is horror, filth, which I feel like in my opinion, Dali's kind of like what they peak at, in my opinion. Dali ain't serving glamour, but like I love this look so much.
To be clear, this is candy corn, not cotton candy.
Did I say cotton candy?
You sure fucking did.
Oh, I'm so goofy for that.
I was like, come on, Pink.
Come
I
on,
thought I said
candy
killer clown.
floss. Pulls out
Okay,
book
well,
fan.
let's get out my number 6. Mine is a promo look. It is season
Satan.
4. Girl, girl, not too much. Never ever. She's lucky she didn't get a spot on the worst. I was being nice,
I
and I
chose
wasn't including
violence.
I wasn't including any season 5 girls.
And I chose violence.
But my number 6 is season 4 promo. Sigourney Beaver. When that promo shoot came out, I was like, oh, this bitch is taking it. Like, I'm a Sigourney stan, was rooting for her the whole way, and this is the epitome of Sigourney Beaver. You have a little bit of like a cosplay camp element. She's low-key giving the host, which is so funny to me. It's giving Elvira, it's giving Mistress of the Night for sure, like vampire goddess. You have your full latex moment. It's dripping down her body. Like it's hitting right. Oh, I just love the look. I love the look. This is when I
And
was like, okay, Sigurdi's coming.
like the way she's posed to the hand on the hip
Mm-hmm.
makes her hip look so, or makes her waist look so fucking small.
Mhm.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
just so right. It's so right. And like ugh, the like the little red garter peeking out against the tattooed leg, and that's like the sleeves on her arms too. Like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And then just that like cunty gorge red necklace. Ugh.
Oh yes.
And a sensible red pump. You can't go wrong.
That's right.
Period. Come on, top five.
Oh, it's time. All right. So my first out of my top five looks at number five is a Titans look. And it was revered as one of the best performances that the Boulets had seen. I will agree with this. Because when I see it, it just took my breath away in the most like horrifying but also extremely satisfied way. And that's going to be for Miss Eva for her sea monster look. I enjoyed this so much to where she didn't have to do much, but it did so much for her. Makeup was on point. Using her dress as like a shield and like a barrier for when she's like scared and like not wanting to let people in and like scaring people off like an anglerfish. Like it was so good and better than Skechers. Um, Shout out to Miss Mary Cherry as an anglerfish instead of a vampire for the Nosferatu Beach Party. Um,
Who wore it best?
Eva,
Not
was
too
that
much.
was that a question?
I mean, that's not where my vote would lie.
That's cute. Um,
Girl.
Mary Cherry's best look.
We'll give her that.
so back to Eva. Um, no, tens across the board. This definitely propelled her into where she needed to be. Um, if there's anyone in Dragula that I would give a robbed queen status to when it came to All Stars, Eva was one of them. Like I would say she confidently made Final Four when it came to Titans, and then after that, it would have been so hard to like edge out between Coco Kane, who had been so phenomenal compared to her. But guess we'll never know. Bring her back. Mikey, you're number five, please.
At number five, it's from season 3. I think y'all probably know where this is going for me based on how much I have talked about my love of Land Insider. I think it is my favorite look of his from that season. And I think it like it if it wasn't cemented already, this cemented his win. And I think this look is just so good. And it's the Halloween werewolf look, the leather daddy fucking with the fur coat and the like it's just so good. And I think like maybe I'm a little biased because or maybe I find it more unique because there's I said fur coat, I meant leather coat. The like we don't see drag king representation as often, and it's why I'm so excited for season 5 because we have 2 of them. But like this drag kings can bring this level of look. Like it's the details are all right. The pup mask, the biker hat with the ears and like the chaps that ripped off to reveal hairy fucking legs with the plaid that we're used to from like a quintessential werewolf look. Like it's so good. the presentation was so well done. Landon is just such a great performer, and it's so good to me.
I agree so much that this was my number one look. From head to toe, the concept is there. Try not to say daddy challenge. Daddy. Oh, I failed. Like, it's
Also
the
failed.
look.
Also failed.
Hmm. Um, so it's not my number one. However, it is my number three. It is within the top three of those looks. Like so good,
Ooh.
so detailed. The harness which matched the pumpkin, which matched. This is the only time I know he did not wear a Club Kid boot, but they honestly could have gotten away with wearing a Club Kid boot and still would have won. But honestly, so good when I first saw it. It's quintessential when I think of like really high up looks with high marks for Dragula.
And that's why I think it says so much about the rest of my list that I only have this at number 5. Like,
Mhm.
and it appears Morgan may not even have this on his list.
And doesn't.
Fake for that.
Yeah,
So real.
And that's your opinion.
I'm intrigued to see what Morganto's number 5 is.
My number 5 is season 2, episode 6, Gothic Bride, Bitch Puddin'. This, when I watched the episode, I was like, oh, bitch is gonna win. Bitch is about to come in here and take that win, and did. And this showed exactly why she deserved to win, because it's just a fully realized concept look. You have a, like, girl, you're like gray toned all over, detox wishes, like, not so much on detox, love detox. Had to correct myself there for a minute.
She
But
put herself
like,
together.
it's giving like the best, like, almost like I'm thinking of Valentina's bridal white party look. It's giving that. It's giving like the flowers embroidered along the neckline. It's giving a full like headpiece moment that's just so over the top and huge. I love that look. Ooh, I love that drink.
Mama's wild.
My number 5. Let's give more love to Landon because they deserve
Ooh.
it. My my number 5 look is Landon's horror hospital. Even if they don't know how to spell hospital with the book, it's okay.
Or
Oh no, it was
intelligent.
intelligence. It was intelligence.
It was intelligent.
And they're so brave for that, showing vulnerability that one time.
It was
The
literally by one letter.
the mad scientist, like with the brain, and then he like has it coming out with like goo and like, oh my god, it's just it's everything, and just the performance alone just shows like Landon is the one. Landon is the one, and Landon did that. I just don't know. It's everything to me.
And this was
And did.
also this was one I had to leave on the cutting room floor. It was either this or the Halloween one for me.
Mm-hmm.
That oh, it was so good. I love the music from the floor show specifically as well. I have it on my phone to this very day. But I don't know, there was something so special about that challenge too. I think that's what cemented season. No, the vampire challenge early on cemented it. Season 3 was going to be great, but it shows the caliber of what they're looking for, and at such a high volume where it's like no one's going to be just safe anymore, or it's either you win or you're in the bottom, and that was definitely what they were all giving, but Landon in particular. Oh, I think if we've gone through all of our fives, we're going to the four. And
Not
I
for
think
more.
oh, this is the first finale look I'm going to reference. Um, and it's from season 2. And it's because this bitch can haunt my nightmares anytime she'd like. Miss Victoria Elizabeth Black's horror finale look was beyond amazing. The distress, the garment itself was so fucking detailed, so good. The distress, the like wear and tear, and then just her giving like high horror drag in the best way possible, where the camera angle looks, she's looking down at you and like towering over you, asking for your fear and like giving that performance and being able to just show it. To say that she she got even better when she got into Titans, but to see where she was and that palpable energy for season 2 uh was crazy, was so good. Not to mention, I think Bitch had said it to Victoria, or like I forget whether this is an interview for Bitch. But she was like, Victoria is also of the autism spectrum. She has Asperger's. She was like, I was told the day after we got home from filming that I had Asperger's. And Bitch was like, Bitch, if you had told them that, you would have won over me. She's like, yeah, I would have. But but like, oh god, that horror look is something I think about all the time. It is beautifully done.
My number 4 is from season 4. And it is from the Weird Wild West Challenge by Miss La Zavaleta. This, like, are you kidding me? Like, it's just so fucking good. It was perfectly it is a perfect representation of the challenge. She took it and spun it in her own really unique way, and it was all just right. The huge fucking hat with the feather, the arm gun, like the Gatling gun, the bullets draped over as a sash, the even the mustache, like it just all was so right.
Yep, this is my number 3. I love this look. La Zavaleta is, I mean, season 4 had some really good queens, but La Zavaleta is up there for me. Love the look. Love, 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 love.
My number 4 is from season 2. It is a very, very, very good look, if I do say so myself. This is from season 2, episode 4's Sci-Fi Myths, and it is James Majesty. The
Mhm.
just the even just the singular moment of like putting the CD in and like making it sexual is just such a fun gag. I like I this is the only James look I have, but James really is a very good artist, and I really hope they return on the TV screens of Dragula, because they really are that bitch, honestly. This look is everything to me. And I'll say that with everyone. They do give me everything. Because this show is just so fucking good.
Period. My number 4 we had already talked about. Landon Sider's Burlesque Vampire. Love the look. That's my Landon Sider look. Sorry.
Yay. And we also
And you
talked
chose a
about,
good one.
right, it's okay.
Right, Benji.
We've already talked about my number 3, which is Landon's Halloween look. Is there a number 3 that we haven't discussed?
We haven't discussed my number 3 yet.
Okay.
we have discussed the monster that my number 3 is by, but this one hasn't come up yet. And like, frankly, I think this look should have won the challenge over the person that did. And it is Victoria Elizabeth Black's Cenobite look.
The cries heard around the world for that one. My goodness.
Who is it? Miss James Majesty that won
Yes,
that
Miss
episode.
Majesty.
Mm-hmm.
Hers was good. I do love James Majesty, and I did love that look. But Mama, the ring with her face on it, revealing the muscled, like, entrails of the face, and the like, seeing it move was just stunning. And then she turns around and she has the rib cage and the spine on her back. Like, it was just so fucking stunning. And on episode 1, like, we got that on episode 1, and we didn't even know what was going to come. Like, Victoria Elizabeth Black is that girl. And it, like, this was what had me sold on Victoria from the moment that I saw her. Like, it was just so fucking incredible, in my opinion.
I literally also have this as my number 3. I was debating this and another Victoria for 2 and 3, but like, I genuinely believe this look put Dragula on the map. I might be wrong, but I genuinely feel like that reveal to me is almost as amazing as Sasha Velour's Rose Petals. Like, the oh my the makeup and the prosthetics, and like, oh my, y'all, like, it's everything. And though it isn't like a huge look head to toe, like, you don't need it to be, because the focus is on the face, and then, throw a little exposed spine in there, leave him wanting more.
Nothing wrong with
It's
that.
just everything.
Just a little exposed spine, the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. My number 3 was La Zavaletta's look, and then my number 2 is Victoria Elizabeth Black's Cenobite look. I mean, I did have James Majesty's Cenobite look because I did want to give some props to James because I do love that look.
As you should.
But come on. We all know who stopped that runway the most. Come on. Like, when I think, literally, the first look I think of, when you're like, oh, Dragula, it's that look.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the first one that pops into my mind. I'll never forget seeing that floor show for the first time. It was the first episode I ever watched. Bitch. Cool. Girl. Ugh. And that was like, Victoria Elizabeth Black is an icon, legend, star.
And she is the moment.
Now, come on now.
If we're on to number 2s,
I think we are.
I like, this is one of the more recent entries in the Dragula zeitgeist. It is from season 4.
I'm gonna hit
and you are gonna hit me, Morgan. You're gonna hit me so bad. It is Hoso Teratoma's Other Mother look. Girl, this was the moment. Are you so joking? Like, it's just incredible. First of all, I think just a really great choice for this runway. Like, when you think of horror icons, you think of like The Other Mother is one of the first that you think of. Like, it's so incredible. And hold on, I'm trying to find the picture to like talk about the details because they were all so good. But like, it's the I don't even know what to call the like the neck piece, the tentacles coming out of the side, the different patterns, the spikes. It it all just works so well, and you can still read the character that you're supposed to, and it's giving the other mother, but in a way that is, I hate to bring this up again, but in a way that isn't just what Jay Jolie did. It's not just, you're not just seeing exactly this character on the stage. She did what Hoso does best. She translated what she was asked into her drag so well. The makeup is so right, like it always is with Hoso, but it's so good. It's all just so fucking good.
Like, okay, this is my number one. So my list is out of the way. Um, oh my God. Like, I don't even think you understand how big of a fan of Coraline I am. Like, my lanyard with my keys on it, Coraline. I have specialty Coraline created like artwork and stuff in my room. I've seen the movie. I could quote you the movie line by line. Like, I love Coraline. It's my favorite movie of all time. And when this popped around the corner, ah, and it was good, period. Like, you couldn't have executed it more as Hoso. Like, this is so Hoso. And to get that reference spot on like that and to still be your unique twist on it, it was just everything to me. It fit Hoso so much. Hoso loves that like angular, like almost spider bird like features. And it just everything worked so right. The angulars of all of the garment that really fit the like disheveled other mother spider look. Ooh, ooh. It has to be number one for me. Like there was no other contender for number one. Nobody was even close. In my opinion.
Yeah,
That was like number one secured.
the way that the other like Hoso as the other mother, the way that they were moving was like bitch. Like yes, like instant winner right there.
Like you get the
Like
character, bitch.
Mhm.
But my number two is my personal all-time favorite Victoria Elizabeth Black look, and that is her Titans zombie prom. Now, Mama, she served two good look, not good, amazing looks. We have glam, and then she gets to show off her creative, her creativity with like prosthetics. Like, I'm sorry, intestines for like an updo. No one's doing it like her. No one at all. It and the snarl, the like missing like lips. It's an amazing performance, and like there is a reason Victoria won. It might not just be this look alone because she served like basically every single week, but like this look is just amazing to me, and she deserves it.
She does. My number two is from Resurrection. Because when I saw this first person come out the gate swinging so hard after seeing them in season two, I was like, oh, bitch. Like, do not fuck with this one. And this is Dolly's witch look.
That is not correct. Because according to the encyclopedia of
This is when we're talking about growth and experience, and then y'all finna tell me that if a witch like that pop up at your door, you ain't gonna be like, okay, bye, bitch. I'm good. Sell the house, burn it down,
Don't burn it down.
hide your kids, hide your wife,
And hide your husband.
and hide your husband too. It's a wrap. Um, like it was enchanting. It was haunting. It was like everything that I wanted down to like the tip of being like a non-binary entity and just being like, okay, I'm here to fuck shit up. What's good? And to see how they like got to create like all the little bits and odds and ends to their set and to just stand there and literally give that. It was like if the Charmin, Miss Kitty, was elevated to like this sentient being to be just to go ahead and just be like, okay, I'm gonna fuck shit up and then I'm gonna take your candy and run. Okay, thank you. Um, so well done. I was like, if I ever jump off the gun and do drag, that's what I want to aspire to be like.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get into our number ones. I know Morganta, you had already spoken about your number one right quick, but if you want to just go over that one more time.
I mean, by all means, I will. So, like, let's just repeat the flowers for Hoso. One of the more original people that has been on Dragula, has such a clear, defined concept, and to bring the other mother to life through your own eyes and to execute so flawlessly. Like, there was no critique for me. Like, this is the epitome of what I would want from that look, and you served it so hard. Can't can't give enough praise.
Ooh,
My
mhm.
yeah, my number one has already been said, but it is Landon Sider's werewolf leather daddy look. It's oh my God, I love it so much. It's hot as fuck. Like such a great concept to have. And there is a reason Landon won.
Mhm.
And I'm not gonna say it was this look, but
But it was
for
just
me,
like
but I think it was this look.
the way that Rachel True admired that there was a chocolate bar for a dick, and there was, I think there was something poppers related.
Yeah, there
Oh,
was
there
some
were poppers.
poppers.
So my number one also happens to be from season 4. It encompasses everything I love drag to be. It had a personal story. It had like the deep emotional connection, and that overall just it pulled at my heartstrings, but also scared the shit out of me. Um, which then tied into the performance of a lifetime. And even though they didn't win, they win in my book. And this is Hoso's horror look when she's speaking on how she faced chemo. And like the actual, because teratoma does deal with like the cancerous lesions if we look into her name and the way that she developed that into her look there, and she like gave a live performance of her chemo diary, which we didn't get to hear, but the Boulets got to witness, and it was just so, I'm sure that was very cathartic for her, but it was so good. It was horror done a little differently than what we've seen it, where it was like to scare the shit out of you. But for her, it was her reliving an experience that scared her and being able to prevail through that. And so good. Like tens across the board, the best to never win currently.
And my number one is one that I'm surprised that it didn't pop up on a couple of your lists, like anywhere. Not yours so much, Morgan, because it is from season 1. But like I don't think there's anything that really says Dragula to me more than Vander Von Odd's horror finale look. It shows why Vander was such a great choice for the first winner. It shows what the future of Dragula could look like once there was more name recognition, more budget, more like, and it was within the first season. The the jagged glass and syringe crown, the gashes across her face, the blood spill on her shoulders, and then the stark red cuffs against an otherwise all white dress, the stark white hair, the pale white face. It is just stunning to me. And like when I think of Dragula, this is the look that I think of. Like down. And like I know we always when we're talking about the winners, we always want to be like, this is the reason why they won, but like this is the reason why Vander Von Odd clinched that fucking win on season 1.
Mhm.
Vander Von Odd is that girl, and like it's just so fucking stunning to me.
Period. We did
Oh,
it.
we did it!
Girl,
It was
just take
so
these bitches
nice.
off.
It was so nice to explore and go back through the history of Dracula. Ooh, I think we'll probably have one more video before the first premiere episode. But it was so nice getting to explore all of that with you guys. I love you to pieces, and we will see all of you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.